Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the powers of a true master woodworker.
Okay, not really. On this video, we're going to talk a little bit about my first project in woodworking, my woodworking mallet. Before I bought my chisel set, I figured it would, probably be a good idea to have a woodworker's mallet and a good, starting point to kind of, see if I could do any of this. So what we did was we took a little bit of scrap. This isn't really based on any one particular video on how to build your own. Just kind of cobbled it together, designed it myself, and went with it. So I had some scrap left over from some, basically it was like the spine of our old bed frame, and I had some of the scrap wood left over because we threw it away, or threw it out. And so I figure it's relative. I mean, it's a soft wood, but it's relatively sturdy. So I figured that would make good stock. But it was if you can see, we had to seal this all together because it was generally thin stock. I think it was like a 1 inch. So went to the store. Bought some Type Bond 3, which I gotta say, this stuff is awesome. And it is, rock solid. And got to work using the miter saw. Where is it? My Ryobi power drill. By the way, all the power tools that I have are Ryobi. I realize they're not the best you can possibly get, but if you're on a budget, they are very good tools, and I highly recommend them. They've been very durable and worked out very well for me. I built this custom clamp, just 2 pieces of scrap wood, some bolts, just some nuts, some washers, just as a little vice clamp because we don't have a bench yet. But we will. A C-clamp, some files and rasps. These little, cheap clamps that I've had for years. And also, it's not in here, but my orbit sander and my finishing sander, to get all these nice little beveled edges. So, I'm not going to go into whole detail about how I did it. Obviously, I did this before, the whole, People's Woodshop started getting going. But, basically, if you follow some of these videos, we glued it and clamped it all together. And I put a little, just some, wood dowels, drilled some holes in it. You can see, once again, failures and successes. You can't learn if you don't fail. If you get in right here, I did not drill the holes big enough, and when I was putting the dowel in, it jammed up on me. And so to get it out the other end, I took the drill and just powered through on the other end, and it got away from me. So, and also this is, if you clamp wood, make sure that you put other pieces of wood or something to brace it, or you will get this. But that's okay. It's and this thing tells a story of, what all I've done. Also, I think, I did brace this on the other end to prevent blowouts on the wood. But I think my drill bits are pretty old. I got this set from my father-in-law, and these things are probably, 1950s, 1960s. I mean, they're in good condition, but they're probably not as sharp as they should be, maybe. And that's when we had a little bit of blowout on the other end that chipped. And yeah, so basically what I ended up doing was to get all the chamfers on here. You can kind of see all that. Was a series of using files and my sanders, so it's not exactly like 100% even, but all in all, I think I did a pretty damn good job for someone who's never done it a day in their life. But you know, if you want to do this yourself, I highly recommend going and getting a hand plane first. It would have been entirely easier to do a lot of work on this that way. It is doable, and I had a lot of fun making it. But yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt, and I wish I would have had a hand plane, and it would have made this take so much less time. But anyways, so yeah, that's the Thor's wood hammer. And I've used it a little bit, mostly in practicing with my Morrison tenons, and it holds up really well. Given the wood that it is, it probably won't last me forever, but it's a great way to start. And it literally cost me like nothing. Wood dowels and some sandpaper. That's it. And just some scrap. And I made this. I made it. And it's cool. I like it. And I use it a lot. So, yeah. That's the video. And I'll see you guys later.